Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to look at the update from the Pokemon trading card game Live. It seems like it's been a while since there was any actual mention of what's going on with it. A lot of people, including myself, feel like it should be kind of revamped entirely. But there's been an update. Is it enough of an update? I don't think so, but we'll take a look. I think it is a step in the right direction. But it's essentially just itself turning itself into PTCGO. So we'll take a look. They got a couple little demos, one of the old, one of the new, of what is to be expected. But yeah, it's still bad. Just not as bad. So they have the tweet here. This is from August 8th. And they say, trainers, we are excited to share a new message from the Pokemon trading card game Live development team. Learn about new board adjustments, performance improvements, and more coming to PTCG Live. All right, so let's quickly browse through the Twitter comments here first. We're going to see what the community, the Twitter community, is saying about this, since that's where I guess most of the discussion is being had. I'm sure there's some other forums and such that are talking about this, but for the most part, I guess publicly, that's where they want to have their discourse. So first up, we have, so it's not available in the USA yet. No, it certainly is not. I get people asking me that all the time. You would think they would have some sort of release date announced at this point in time, but I guess if they're trying to rework everything, just yesterday, or not yesterday, but my last session on the weekend, on Saturday, there was a game breaking bug. So I used my Adventurer's Discovery, and it wouldn't let me select my Flareon VMAX for some reason. I've had this bug happen before a couple times. I don't know if it was with that item in particular, but every now and then there's just something in the game that doesn't work. So there's also that we have to take a look at. But just the game itself, it doesn't look good. It looks bad in all ways. It's not an improvement over PTCGO. I said this, and I guess I'm going to continue to say this until they actually rework it into something that looks decent. It shouldn't be hard. The mechanics are all there. The game is there. They just need to make it look good. That's pretty much it. Why they want to make it look like it isn't the Pokemon trading card game is beyond me. I get that, like in the mobile version, if you need to have stuff that stacks, or if it's not quite exactly where it would be in an actual game, sure. Why you would want to have it vertical, play vertical, is beyond me. Just have your phone sideways so that you can play it. That's the dimensions of the game are meant to be longer than they are tall. So Magic Arena did it on mobile. Pokemon should be able to do pretty much the same thing. It's just look at what they did. It works great on desktop. It works great on mobile. Not as good on mobile. It's a little bit finicky in terms of like how small things are, but at the same time, there's not much else you can do. It's when you have a game with a lot of pieces or a lot of cards that need to be on the board at once, there's going to be a little bit of a trade-off. And what they did is just an absolute mess. Rick Andy says, I'm curious. The article mentions the team has significantly emphasized improving overall visual polish. Is this new layout supposed to also reflect this new level of visual fidelity, or is that not yet in this build? Man. So they messed up the date on it, but they fixed it. There's a few people that were a little bit confused about that. Is it just me, or the new layout looks like PTCGO? Smiley face. I mean, PTCGO, other than the fact that the avatars suck and the game looks dated because it is dated, was fine. It functioned fine. Anyone that doesn't think that it functioned fine doesn't know what they're talking about. For the most part, everything was pretty smooth with PTCGO. The game functioned. There were limited game-breaking glitches like we see. The new avatars, not an improvement. Just use stuff that looks like Pokemon. Like you are the Pokemon company. Use your IP. Use the characters from Pokemon. Even if they're not the exact characters from the Pokemon games and or anime, use characters that look like that fit in the same Pokemon universe. Let people make their own character that looks like a Pokemon character. That's what they want. People will be using that stuff for avatars and everything else all over the place. Easy peasy, right? Character creation, create your own Pokemon character. Right, so suggestion here by Keeves, just a suggestion. Maybe the main field's background could possibly change based on the stadium in play, just like raw image of the stadium transposed onto the field. Could help bringing the gameplay to life a little bit. I think effects are fine, but just start with something that looks like the actual cards. The hollow pattern, or whatever you want to call it, on the cards right now looks like absolute dog. Like it's just like a skin. It says the same repeating like motion and color, whatever you want to call it, over and over again. It's blatantly obvious that it's just a cheap kind of way to make things foil, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like the actual cards. It looks like crap. Okay, stoked for this game. I don't know if you should be. Not that it's still the Pokemon trading card game, but at the same time, I think you're fine with PTCGO for the time being, rather than PTCGL, where you probably can't play against all that many people, and there are bugs. It doesn't look better. All right, Breckus says, this is still so beyond mid. The basic red and blue backgrounds are lifeless. Other online games bring the atmosphere to life with in-depth designs, but we just get two solid colors, make the client feel like an actual video game. It's 2022. Put playmats or something. Geez, yeah, I don't know. You can easily put playmats. That can be an additional selling feature to products that are coming out, or even if you just had the code come with the actual playmats that you sell in the Pokemon Center online, people would buy it because it has the code. The code, you can stick it in. You can play with your own playmat game. It looks like an actual tabletop. You got your actual playmats on there. Customization, easy peasy, right? Skin system, yeah. How about playmats? People use playmats. I think it's definitely too late. Even 5 months ago was too late. The only way to redeem yourself is with an awesome game that actually provides players with stuff they need. Sure, some smexy visuals are hot, but we need actual content. The visuals are not. They're pretty bad. Playmats, again, I think playmats are pretty key. Keep it up, guys. I guess so. Let me play the beta. I can give you a better feedback. You're going to have to use a VPN, apparently. Any idea when it'll be out? It's about time, maybe some decade. It will be out of beta. Yeah, I think they're going back to alpha. When is the game coming to the US? Hopefully when the game is in a better spot. This update from 3 weeks ago. Again, they just confused everyone who didn't read the comments before theirs. So just a whole lot of like, when's the release date? And this is still bad. So we got a holy crap, they didn't scrap this yet. Yeah, I was kind of under the impression that they were going to like just rework it from scratch. I think the avatars are they're just so bad. All right, let's read the actual update from the Pokemon Company. Letter to the community. 8/8/2022. Dear Pokemon TCG fans, thank you all for providing us with your thoughts, feedback, and support during this stage of the Pokemon TCG Live Limited Beta. Today, we'd like to share some of the ways we're prioritizing development based on the experiences you've shared with us and with each other in the community. A point of feedback we've often received is that players feel the game board layout is too limiting compared with a physical Pokemon TCG match. So just make it look like the actual physical match. We've adjusted how cards are presented to players in landscape mode to make for more intuitive gameplay. You can see some of these changes in the example below, taken from the version of the game we're currently testing. So this isn't live yet. This is just the one that they're testing. It seems like immediately you notice that they got rid of the avatars. The board itself, I guess where the cards are, looks a little bit bigger. So we'll take a look at the before now real quick. You can see here, like, there's so much wasted space. Just a ton. We got the hexagons of doom, so we can feel like we're passed out on the bathroom floor. And then we got these terrible avatars that look nothing like Pokemon characters. Yeah. All right. Let's just let it play through, and we'll see what we catch along the way. So we'll go first. We get some animations here. This is absolutely like there's really no reason for these cards to stack. Like, you have all the space on the screen, as we can see here, and very little of it is actually being used. So why that is, I don't know exactly. Same with the prize cards, as we'll see when they get put down. With the cards in the active spot. So before, like, what you have all this space, and you're going to give us like micro versions of all the cards on the bench instead of just having the full card. Why? You have space, put the whole card down. We don't need some token version of the card. The HP, if the cards are bigger, you don't need the HP designation here. People can see that. It's on the card itself. You don't need an overlay to show the thing that's already on the card. Show the actual card. It's all very visible, even with the full arts, hypers, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we still have, it's pretty bad. And then we have the opponent's cards. They don't need to be upside down so that you can see them. When you hover over top of it, it should flip the card over so that you can read it, as if you would in a game. If you somehow didn't know what the opponent's active Pokemon did, you can click on their card and then see what it does. Just make it look like the actual game. So we had the prize cards all kind of piled on top of each other. Usually lay them out so that you can see all of them. This is their new and improved version. As you can see, we got black hexagons instead of the white ones. At least we got the Pokeball here. But why not just have a playmat and have another playmat that the opponent has? They line up with each other. It has whatever artwork people want to play with. A little customization. We got rid of the avatars on the left-hand side. We got a coin flip. We got the cards going into your hand. So we still have the cards stacking in hand, which I think is just unnecessary, unless it gets to the point where your hand has like 6 billion cards in it, which typically doesn't happen. Just put the cards closer to each other, and then you can actually like hover over top of them to see each individual one. That's it. You should know what's in your hand anyway, what's in your deck. There's no reason for that. So here we can see they flipped the numbers onto the bottom, which keeps everything nice and aligned here. I don't think there's any reason why your prizes can't like come up onto the board like they should in an actual game. But I mean, if that's not the end of the world, it's just, again, it's a waste of space. We have actual full-size cards on the bench, but again, we have these numbers over top of them. Why? You can probably even make these a little bit bigger so that they're all the same size. Like, these do not need to be a smaller version of the cards that you're playing. Same with the ones in your hand. It should all fit. It will all fit. It does in real life. It will on a game. But yeah, we still have the upside down opponent's Pokemon, which for anyone that plays the actual game, that's not how it works. You put this Remoraid the other way around, and then if you need to hover over it, there's a lot of really bad interactions in terms of in the game itself. When you're looking at cards, it'll interrupt what you're doing when you're trying to read what's on a card or what's presented or with the information on it. So they need to fix that so that you don't need to have the actual physical card here. But yeah, this is done. Like, get this friggin' crap over top of the card, out of there. Make it so that you can look at the card. If you need to see the details, make it so you can see the details. If this is some kind of feature that you can toggle on and off for somebody that really wants it there, sure, go ahead. But in general, I think it's just aesthetically a kick in the nuts. All right, so let's read the rest of their statement here. This future layout update will give players a complete view of the cards and options available to help inform and improve strategy and play. What? This also includes reworked card sizes and better use of the board's empty space, so matches feel more active while making more information available to the player. Right, like just have them full-size cards on the entire board. That's all it needs. In addition to layout changes, the development team has significantly emphasized improving the overall visual polish of Pokemon Trading Card Game Live while in a match. I don't know. It just looks like a reskin, really. This is kind of like we're going back to the 90s. We got a new Napster or Winamp skin, and this is it. Like, we don't need to be playing in a space pod bathroom. Just make it look like you're on a table playing with playmats. That's it. Our goal is to create an in-match experience that's visually unique and appealing. Even if you want to go futuristic-wise, if you had playmats that you sold on the Pokemon Center Online or something, and they were virtual, when they turned virtual, when you put them in the game, there was some sort of effect or animation to them, people would love that too. And then have that so that you can toggle it on and off, but while also including elements of what we and our fans love about the world of Pokemon. Your ongoing feedback on all these significant changes is critical in helping us, and we look forward to sharing how else we'll be rolling out adjustments and improvements in service of that goal. So you say you like the Pokemon world, but what the hell are these claymation avatars? Give us Pokemon avatars. You're the Pokemon company, a branch of the Pokemon company. Give us some damn Pokemon characters. For the love of God. All right. Well, we've been making progress on visual and practical improvements to the game board. We've also been focusing on the responsiveness of the game overall. I think that's important. I mean, there's glitches, some of them game breaking, but a lot of them don't matter all that much. Like, for some reason, my character keeps getting sunglasses even though he doesn't have sunglasses. It seems that's been happening to other people as well. In a recent update, we rolled out some changes to the in-game store to significantly improve the time it takes for actions like redeeming booster packs or making purchases. So I went to redeem a couple codes yesterday, and it basically just crashes the game. So that's the thing too. There's a lot of times where like you'll redeem stuff, it like freezes, and then you have to go back into the store to see what you got. The new bug that is present is it just straight up freezes the game. You close the game and open it back up, and then you have your dust. So you don't even really get to see what you got with the codes, what you got with the packs. So basic features like that. It seems like they keep breaking things. So I'm not totally sure what the solution is to that. They fix one thing and something else breaks. This work will extend to other functions of Pokemon Trading Card Game Live to ensure that the game feels quick and seamless both in and out of matches. All right. To help us in collecting your feedback, we ask that you please consider taking the time to fill out the survey link. Your perspectives, thoughts, and considerations about the game have all been invaluable to us in guiding what will come next to Pokemon TCG Live. We encourage you to continue sharing that sentiment and help us reach our goal of creating the best digital Pokemon TCG experience possible. Signed, the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live development team. So I think maybe on the right track here, that it's gradually getting more and more like actual tabletop Pokemon cards. I think that's what you need to stick with. And if you want to do fancy stuff, do fancy stuff. That's fine. But do it with like playmats, do it with coins, do it with the effects on the cards themselves, because the holo foil and stuff like that, I don't need to be on a space table. Just make the cards look good. And then from there, if you want to add some snazzy playmats and stuff like that, I don't even care if they're like special items that you have to buy separate that you get a code with. That would be cool. Don't you do it. Do not make them microtransaction only. Make them so that they come with products. Sell the products, have the code that comes with the products. The people that don't play the game, they can give those codes to other people, etc. So, thanks guys for tuning in. Join the Discord. See you next time. Bye.